In less than 2 weeks, our Ed Matthews will say his final goodbye to TV news as he steps into retirement after 37 years serving the Triad.
He's blushing already. He is feeling a mix of emotions. So to get an idea of how far Ed has come and what his favorite moments have been over the years, our chief meteorologist Tim Buckley sat down to talk about all things weather interest.
Tim Buckley here with the one and only Ed Matthews, closing in on 38 years at Channel 2.
Oh, wow.
But only a little bit of time left. Ed, we're going to be talking about your weather memories and what you've seen over the years. From a weather perspective, what's changed between now and the 1980s when you got started?
The 1980s, yeah, August 1988 I got here. Back in the day, we had hard copy weather maps, and they were printed very slowly on a printer, and we would hold it up like that and look at it as it come out of the printer. It's like, oh, look at that area of low pressure. Look at that area of snow. And it would just seem like it took forever for that information to come out. And so, you know, technology has been good to us in many different ways.
Good Friday morning, everyone. 6:29 here on the Good Morning Show. Lee and I just discussing the fact that it's Friday.
This is kind of how I got on the Good Morning Show. Lee Kiner did a lot of traveling around the world. I mean, he went to the Great Wall of China and did 45 segments on the Great Wall of China. So Ed did the Good Morning Show. I did more Good Morning Show to not be technically on the Good Morning Show just because he went places. He had a magnetic map. You know, you stuck the H's and L's on there, and the triangles were the cold front, and you put the numbers for the current temperatures around the state. Well, by the time I got all that done, it was time to go home. The shift was over. And I told management, I said, okay, you got to get me a green screen where I can do it. And it just made the world so much better. We had an old clunky radar that I think came out of an airplane somewhere. Right. But it worked. For the technology that we had then, you could actually see little blobs of thunderstorms on there, so it did work. But obviously, the development of Doppler radar and be able to really scan into a storm, look at the wind patterns, look at that all-important rotation, you know, in the cloud. So I think Doppler radar, I've always said, if you wanted to take all my equipment away, don't take the Doppler radar.
Why did you get interested in the weather in the first place?
Weren't you kind of born loving the weather? I mean, Tim, I tracked the weather when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. I didn't quite understand the concept of latitude and longitude, so I had a very difficult time tracking tropical systems out over the ocean. But I learned quickly. But I've just always, weather and the science of meteorology and all of these amazing changes that change second by second, minute by minute in our atmosphere are just totally fascinating.
When I was, I don't know, grade school age, I'd be watching the Weather Channel and telling my mom, Mom, it's going to be 72 tomorrow. She didn't ask if it was going to be, she didn't really care to know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
I'll tell you what a weather geek I was as a kid, okay? I went and bought a gigantic map of the United States. I got paper and I cut out H's and L's and triangles, and I would get, when we got the Sanford Herald, I would look at the national surface weather map that they had there, and then I would put it up on my map with tape, you know. So I'd have to replace my map quite a bit. But my mom said anytime I went in to make up his bed, all I had to do was look at the weather map and I knew what the weather was going to be.